Hello, today we are going to work on the main differences between informal and formal telephone conversations. To begin with, informal telephone conversations is when you call a family member, a friend, someone that you know. The caller is usually a known person to the person answering the phone. And the language that we use in informal telephone conversations is simple, clear, friendly. For example, when we open the conversation, the greetings that we use are hello, hi. When we introduce ourselves, we say our name. Belén speaking, this is Belén. And the language is informal, as I mentioned. Questions, for example, you can use can. For example, can I speak with Sophia? Or you can use, for example, you like that movie? You skip the auxiliary. The closing of the informal telephone conversation is very simple, very friendly. You can say see you, take care, very affectionate. On the other hand, the formal telephone conversations are when you call, for example, to an institution, a company, they are business calls, or when you call to important people. Usually the caller is unknown to the person who is answering the phone. And the language that we use in formal telephone conversation is very clear, polite, formal, calm. It has a positive tone, but a distant attitude at the same time. For example, talking about language, when we open the conversation, the greetings, you have to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. When you introduce yourself, you have to mention your name and your surname, the name of the company, institution, and a polite question, for example, how may I help you? That would be, this is Belén Montecino speaking, ABC company, how may I help you? So there you have to mention the name, the surname, company, and the question. The language is formal, as I said before, so the questions you may use, for example, could, would, may. They sound more polite. For example, could you repeat that, please? Would you mind repeating that, please? Or may I speak with John Smith, please? And you use extra polite expressions all the time. For example, I'm afraid John is not in the office right now. I'm sorry, he's out of town at the moment. And when you close the conversation, you can use, for example, thanks for calling, thanks for holding on, thanks for giving me that information. You have to be polite, and the sentences have to be complete, grammatically correct. Well, as you can see, there are some main differences between informal and formal telephone conversation. Now I want you to look at two videos. Now we are going to leave you the link so you can identify the main differences in these two videos and then prepare a chart, okay?